Hey y'all, I hope you're having a beautiful day. Today I am just going to give just a brief overview of your energy and kind of how your energy works. It's actually a little bit similar to how some games may be. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a pinball machine because on a pinball machine you start off with 3 balls, and if you get your score high enough, you can always get another free ball, and in some cases you can get a free game. Well, it's similar to that. We actually start off with a day's energy supply, but also, let me just start here. When we started here with a full life energy supply. Now, that energy supply is separate from our daily energy supply. Each day that we wake up, we start with a full energy supply for that day. And if we use up all the supply for that day, then we tap into what is called the reserve. And the reserve supply is actually referred to as your synergy cell. And that synergy cell in your reserve tank, that is your lifeline in this game. Once that's out, that's it. So it's very important to be aware of your energy and how it works, because a lot of people have a different idea of what energy actually is. So the crazy thing about it is, what came to mind just now is things like energy drinks. You know, you look at something like an energy drink and you think, oh, it's going to give me energy, when in reality, it's actually going to take your energy. It's going to take a lot of your energy, because it's something that kind of speeds you up, and anything in relation to speed is going to take your energy away. Now, every single thing that you do during the day uses energy. From the time you wake up and you brush your teeth, you're using energy. If you laugh, you're using energy. Got little bugs flying around me. Anything that you do, when your emotions use energy, and that's often referred to as energy in motion, because it does use your energy, whether it's through anger or sadness, even happiness. Any emotion takes energy from you. So it's very important to be aware of how your energy works and how you're using your energy, because at the end of the day, whatever is left of your energy supply, if you don't retrieve it intentionally, it's going to go back to the matrix. And if you are overusing your energy, then it's going to go into your reserve energy cell. And the most important things to be aware of that are huge energy drainers are going to be things like alcohol, any kind of drugs, and the number one above all is going to be orgasm. Orgasm is the number one energy drainer. And one orgasm in one day is going to use up your entire day's energy supply. And if that happens, then energy for other things that you do for the day, no matter what it is, if it's watching TV, if you're listening to the radio, whatever you're thinking about, because your thoughts are also energy, it's going to tap into your reserve synergy cell. You can refill your energy cell through different things like sun gazing, grounding, and sun gazing, but it is very difficult to do that. And you can also, retrieve your energy at the end of each day. So if you do something for a day and you don't use a lot of energy, you definitely want to retrieve that energy so that it does go back to your energy cell and it doesn't go back to the matrix. So just be aware going through your day. For each thing you do, it took me a while before I became conscious of this. But then I just started noticing every little thing that was taking energy from me. And sometimes there's going to be days when you can feel that you've used a lot of energy, or you may do something, and you say to yourself, oh, I feel so drained. Like when you go shopping. Shopping uses energy. Spending money is using energy. And that's why when you get done with things like shopping and you come home and you feel like you're, oh, I'm so drained, and you just feel tired. And also eating foods is also using energy, especially if you're eating animals. That's going to use like huge amount of energy because it takes a lot of energy to digest animals. And there's actually a lot more in regards to eating animals in this game. It's actually one of the things, it's just one of the rules of the game that you are not supposed to be consuming animals. So if you are, I suggest that you try to go deep within and ask yourself if it's something that you feel is right for you. And maybe just consider, like what I did is I just started cutting down a little bit at a time. I stopped eating beef altogether, and then I was eating chicken and fish, and then fish, I didn't eat it very much. I didn't eat fish very much. So I got to the point where when I was eating fish, it made me really sick. I think that people, maybe they build up a tolerance to it or something. I wasn't sure if I had developed maybe an allergy. I don't know, but I just stopped eating it because it was making me sick. And so then I was just eating chicken. And then I got to the point where I just couldn't stand the taste of chicken anymore. And it just didn't seem right. But this all happened very quickly when I did stop eating meat. And I have to tell you that, 30 days, after 30 days of not eating meat, you will notice a huge difference in your energy. And I came alive. I mean, it probably within the 60 days, I could feel myself come alive. There were days that I would get up and I would just turn on the music and just sing and dance my heart out because I just felt so good. And I was telling everybody how good I felt. And I'm really not just saying that. It was just so amazing, the change that it brought in me. But I could feel my vibration just vibrating so high, and my frequency, I knew my frequency was raising just because of how good I felt. And no matter what came my way, no matter what challenges I was presented with, I knew that I would get through them. And I just had that mindset that I knew that I would get through this, because if anything I've learned in this world, you're always faced with many challenges throughout your life. And when you look back on those challenges, you realize, wow, I didn't think I'd ever get through that. But you do. You always get through it. And so that's just a little bit of what I'm just touching on the energy factor right now. My cat's like over here playing in this hole. I think she found something in there the other day. And I will speak about this a little bit more, but just if you have any questions, I'll try to answer any questions you may have best I can. But just keep that in mind. And look for the little clues, of certain things when you're learning along the way, because you're always going to get information, and there's going to be information you may not believe. But the more information I obtained, there's things that I didn't believe, but then it could be a year down the road, all of a sudden I'm seeing signs of this, and it all comes together like a puzzle. So it's important to have a lot of knowledge of things, and the puzzle pieces will come together. That's the greatest part about it. And, just be mindful of your energy, because that is the number one important thing in this reality, in this illusion that we live in right now. And and I'll try to talk about this a little bit more in detail at another time. So I hoped you gained some information. Definitely go within yourself and verify that the information I've told you is true. Don't just believe what I'm saying. And I hope you have a great day. Talk to y'all later. Bye.